video on solving multi-step equations, and I'm going to give you a very quick example, and then I'm going to do one that's really much more involved. And if you really want to see how this stuff really works, your best bet would be to use algebra tiles to model it out, or actually make a model. So I have 3x minus 4 is equal to 5x plus 6, and the first thing I'm hoping you'll notice is that there are variable terms. This is a variable term, and this is a variable term, on both sides of the equation. By the way, in case you were wondering, this is a constant term, and this is a constant term. So now that we've got that out of the way, the first thing I'm going to look at is which variable term has the smaller coefficient, and in this case, it's the 3x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that 3x to the other side, because remember, I'm trying to, well, maybe you don't remember because you haven't learned this. I'm trying to isolate the variable. And so 3x minus 3x gives me 0, and I bring down my negative 4. I have a 5x minus 3x, which is 2x, and I bring down my positive 6. My son's coming over. I'm assuming he's interested in learning about this, but I could be wrong. Nope, he's walking away. I was wrong. So now I need to isolate my x. I need to get my x all by itself. So I'm going to get rid of this constant term first. Negative 6 equals a negative 6. So negative 4 minus 6 is a negative 10. And that's equal to 2x. And the very last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide both sides by 2. Again, negative 5, which equals x. So x equals negative 5. Now, I'm going to do another one, which is going to be a lot more involved. Hey, Benji, you want to see something kind of neat? No. All right, that's fair enough. So 3 times 2x minus 1 plus 4x plus 5 equals to 4 times x minus 3 plus 2x. Now, this one looks bonkers, and to some degree it kind of is, but it's not that bad because you've learned all of this stuff before. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my parentheses. All right, I'm going to remove my parentheses, but that means I have to distribute my 3 here. So I get 6x minus 3 plus 4x plus 5 equals, and I'm going to distribute this 4, and I'm going to get 4x minus 12 plus 2x. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to combine my like terms. Now remember, I have to combine my like terms on the correct side. So I have a 6x, that's a variable term. 4x is a variable term. And then over here I have a 4x, which is a variable term, and a 2x, which is a variable term. But I have to be careful because remember, they're on opposite sides of the equal sign. And then I'm going to take a look at my constant terms. I have a negative 3 on the left-hand side and a positive 5, and then I just have a negative 12. But I think it's important to write these things out. Oh, goodness me. So now what happens is I'm going to combine my like terms. I get 6x plus 4x, which is a 10x. I have a negative 3 and a positive 5, which is a positive 2. And that's equal to, I have a 4x and a 2x, which is a 6x, minus 12. This guy doesn't have a friend. Sadness. All right. So we're getting there. We are getting there, and I hope you're not losing your voice like I am. So here we go. I'm going to take a look. Now I have a 10x plus 2 equals 6x minus 12. I'm going to look and see which variable term has a smaller coefficient, and it looks like the 6x. So I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides. You don't have to, by the way. I want to make that perfectly clear. You don't have to. The reason why I do is because 10x minus 6x is a 4x, and if I had subtracted 10x from 6x, I'd get a negative 4x. I'm going to try to keep my variable term positive. I bring it down by 2. 6x minus 6x is 0. X minus 12. Now, I'm nearly there. I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides because I'm trying to isolate my variable term. And I get a 4x, positive 2 minus 2, positive 2 and negative 2 is 0, equals negative 12 and negative 2 is a negative 14. I don't think I'm going to use this fancy pen anymore. And finally, I'm going to divide both sides by 4. Whoa, what just happened there? I'm going to divide both sides by 4. So x is equal to, 4 goes to the 14, well, 4 goes to negative 14, 3 and 2/4, which is the same as negative 3.5. Whew. So, just a quick recap as to what I actually did. And this is going to be kind of an, this is going to be important here. Let's see if I can do it real quick. Oh, yes, there we go. Here we go. So, 1, remove parentheses. Well, that wasn't kind. Remove parentheses by distributing. 2, combine like terms. 3, move the smaller variable term by adding the opposite. 4, isolate your variable term by adding the opposite of the constant. And 5 is going to be divide by the coefficient of your variable term. And 6, like and subscribe. Just kidding. Anyway, so I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope it makes sense. Practice some tough ones on your own and be well. Thanks, friends.